Okay, these are video detail notes for Mrs. Shupp, Lowe's 1890. A couple things to look at. First of all, there is no problem over here. Lazy Susan 36 with the turnout 9-inch cabinet, 45 inches. The upper cabinets are exactly 45 inches, so no problem there. We do need a 2x4x8, item number 6005 for that corner to have the countertop something to rest on there. Then when we turn the corner, there is going to have to be a little bit of a change. We're going to have to take and change to a base 12. Now there was supposed to be a base 12 here, or 15 here, but we're going to have to move that to the other side of the dishwasher. And the reason I say that is when the step-out countertop in an apron sink, that has to have a supportive end panel beside the dishwasher or beside the sink base for the countertop to have something to rest on, because there's only 2 inches of countertop that hangs over the top of the apron sink. So the countertop people are going to come in and say, hey, you've got to have some support here. You can't have your dishwasher right up against the side of that. Besides that, when the dishwasher is right up against the side of the actual sink, you're going to have the sink reveal on the side that would hit the dishwasher face. That base 15 needs to be made into a base 12. Then we'll take the 3-inch filler and put a 2-inch fill here to the left of the BD18. We're just going to move the base 12 to that side of the dishwasher, and then we're going to put a 2-inch fill to the left side of the BD18, and that will give you the spacing you need for the left hand side. Now the center of the sink base will be 1 inch off center of the window, because to get the 6-inch piece to go here, the Rev shelf pullout, 36 inches, a 1/2 inch piece of plywood will have to be cut and made for a side, and then another 1/2 inch piece of plywood will have to be cut and made as a side, so that we can actually have that as a freestanding cabinet. We'll have to build a cabinet box around that piece of Rev shelf pullout. So you're going to need 2 pieces of 1/2 inch 2 foot by 4 foot birch plywood. The customer said they're fine with the edges of the birch ply showing when you pull out the drawer front, but we're going to have in diamond reflections a 7-inch by 30-inch panel made to go on the front of it. These are 31-inch face frames, so a 7-inch by 30-inch panel filler overlay in natural oak to go on the front of that, to be able to have something to have the coverage. See, the Rev shelf unit itself is exactly 6 inches. The reason we're moving the sink over 1 inch that way is because we have to have the 7 inches here with the 2 1/2 inch pieces of plywood on it. Now, similarly, as you turn the corner and you have the Lazy Susan in here, we're going to have an end panel beside of the stove. Now that's no problem. There's plenty of room here. You've got a 36-inch area. We're going to use a Denver hickory base end panel 3. We're going to pop the 3-inch filler off the front of it and use the actual end panel itself behind the ear of the Lazy Susan. And that will give us the return that they need to set the countertop on. That also means I'm going to need an item number 6005 2x4x8 for that corner, again to have something to support the countertop with. But that's going to turn out to be a end panel only. It will have no thickness. It will come out still to 36 inches, just the same as the upper cabinet. It's simply going to go behind the ear of the Lazy Susan and create an end panel that the countertop can stand on. Then we've got a 30-inch cabinet here for the microwave, 30-inch space, the base 21 to the right-hand side with a wall 21 above it. Really simple, no problem there at all. That'll all work out just fine. Now, inside of the sink base, we have a deep sink base, 36. We need to make sure of the dimensions of height as well as width and depth of the apron sink. I'm going to get some measurements for those while they're here. You have the sink here, right? Yeah. No? Okay. You'll need to get the dimensions off the spec page for that sink and verify that it'll fit in that cabinet, making sure that the height, depth, and width are correct to fit inside of a 36. But overall, these cabinets in the Portland are 35 inches tall, and the actual cabinet for a Shenandoah is 34.5 inches tall. All that means is the base toe kick that you've ordered already for the deep sink base is going to have to be changed to a universal toe kick that's 8 inches tall. So because I'm going to have 4.5 inches of toe kick underneath that cabinet. When we raise it up, that extra 1/2 inch, it'll need a wider toe plate to go underneath it. Measuring behind the valves inside the sink base, I have 4.5 inches to 4.25 inches on either one from the back wall. So pulling that cabinet 3 inches forward isn't going to hurt anything. We still have room to get the valves in, and the drain actually goes down through the floor. Inside the sink base, we're going to need about two of those 2x4x8s as well. We're up to 4 pieces total now of 2x4x8 to be able to have the space we need for the cradle underneath the sink. We'll take the leftovers and use it for the 3-inch offset behind it. All that to say this, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Everything should work out fine as we get those pieces and move some things around on the design. Give me a call if you have any questions, 423-650-1051. Thanks very much.